Ladies and gentlemen, we'll start the press conference with National Team England. Harry Kane, Andy Walker next to me, and Coach Gareth Southgate. Please raise your hand, ask your question, tell us the language which you can ask the question into, and we'll start over there with the finger up. Yes, Mr. over there.
Olof Lund, Swedish television. I'd like to ask a question both to Coach Southgate and player Kane. What's your view of the Swedish team, and is there any player in the Swedish team that would go into the English team?
We think a very strong team. I've been involved in matches against Sweden many times, and always the team has a very strong identity, has better players than people sometimes give them credit for. This team is the same. You only have to look at their results in the qualifying, beating France, in the playoff, beating Italy, in this tournament, knocking out Germany. So they're obviously a very strong side, and one we will have to play really well against to beat them.
Yeah, I agree. I think defensively, very strong, very compact. Yeah, they've done great. They've had some great results. And like I say, that's all down to their team, really. I wouldn't say they got loads of individuals that stand out. I think their best bit about them is that they're together and they stick together on the pitch. So we know it's going to be a very tough game. So yeah, we have to be fully focused.
Mikael Wagner, Aftonbladet in English to both of you. Exactly how good is the Swedish defense if you compare it on an international level? There have been comparisons with a Scandinavian type of Italian defense. And what do you think about the performance of Victor Nilsson Lindelöf so far?
Well, Lindelöf, obviously, we know from his time in Manchester United, but also we played against him in the under-21 Europeans a couple of years ago. So, in fact, he played at right back in some of that tournament. So he's a very good player. A lot of the Swedish defenders or players end up in Italy, don't they? So, you know, they're well schooled. The goals against record in their qualifying, in their friendlies, in this tournament, tell you how well organised they are, individually strong defenders. But I think it's the organisation of the team that is the key in that, and the way the team work together to limit opportunities, defend their box really well, very strongly. So we know the challenge we face in trying to create chances and score goals.
Yeah, no, that's exactly the same. Their record speaks for themselves. They've had a great tournament so far, and they're strong in all parts of the game, set pieces as well. So, yeah, for us, it's about focusing on ourselves and what we can do to break them down. But yeah, they're a strong team unit. Yeah, no, he's done great so far in the tournament. Obviously, I haven't played him against him that much in my career so far, but yeah, I always want to play against good defenders and test myself. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Harry here. Since 1974, Ronaldo is the only player that strikes more than 6 goals in a World Cup. You have scored 6 until now. Do you think about this? You can beat them. You can beat him in this mark. You think about this when you sleep?
No, not really. I didn't know that until you just said that. So no, look, it's been a great campaign so far. Look, for me, the job is to help the team as much as possible, whether that's with the ball, without the ball, or scoring goals, or trying to get assists. So yeah, hopefully it can continue. Hopefully I carry on to score, and that'd be amazing. But yeah, like I said there, the full focus is on helping the team.
Yeah, question over there? Yes.
Adrián Rodríguez Uber, Agencia EFE from Spain. question for both of you. You're close to make history again for your country. Do you see yourself as world champions? And question for Harry, you can score a personal record, maybe being the best, the maximum goaler in this tournament.
Yeah, well, like I said there, hopefully I carry on scoring and we go far. We're not really thinking about being world champions yet. We've still got a long way to go. If anything, this is the second half of the tournament now. You know, this game tomorrow is going to be massive. We've done great up until now, but look, it's another step we've got to overcome. So just looking forward to the challenge and looking forward to getting out there.
Yeah, I think we came into this tournament as the least experienced team. We're one of the youngest teams in it, but we said that we're an improving side who want to make our own history. And we've already, you know, first knockout win in 10 years, first win in a penalty shootout at the World Cup for England, highest number of goals scored in an individual game. So we want to keep making that history, and we know that it's not since 1990 that we were in a World Cup semi-final. So we're hugely ambitious and want to do that, but we know that there's nothing in our mind other than tomorrow's game.
Before the next question, I will ask photographers to leave the room. Thank you, photographers. Question will be here.
John Cross, Daily Mirror. A question to you, please, Harry. Just what does the other night do for the group in every sense, in ending that sort of penalty curse, the knockout win? What sort of a lift does it give the squad? And you know, obviously looking forward to the rest of the tournament and the way the draw has shaped up.
Yeah, no, it's massive. Obviously, we've had so much heartache as a country in knockout games, in penalty shootouts. So for our team, like the gaffer said earlier, inexperienced, young team, yeah, to overcome that, and it was a tough night, you know. Plenty of Colombian fans. It was a tough game. So yeah, to come through that and get to the end and fight to the end and get through on a penalty shootout is massive, and it'll just give us huge belief. If we're in that moment again, we've gone through it as a team and we're stronger for it. So yeah, for us, we know this game tomorrow could be the same. It could go all the way to penalties, and at least we've got that in the bank now, and we know we can come through the other side.
Harry, the reaction back home to what you guys have been doing has been amazing. You've personally been in touch over Twitter with a little lad called Ben today. Can you just talk about what his story meant to you when you read it, and also what those kind of stories do for the players when they're out here?
Yeah, it's just inspirational, really. Obviously, we're in a bit of a bubble here as a team. We're concentrating so much on the football and doing well and making everyone proud. But yeah, sometimes in life there's bigger things going on, and yeah, look, whenever we can connect with the fans, it's great for us, and we know we have a big influence on what we say and what we do and how we act. So yeah, look, every now and then someone will come along that will catch our eye, and yeah, the little lad was an inspiration. So I was happy to tweet him back, and hopefully that will put a smile on his face as we'll go further in the tournament.
Дмитрий Занин, телеканал Матч ТВ. Если позволите, вопрос по-русски. In Russian. Вопросы к тренеру и к игроку, к каждому отдельный. Вопрос в первую очередь к тренеру. Скажите, как вы определяли тех, кто пойдет бить пенальти? У вас был заранее заготовлен список, или вы уже ориентировались по тому, что вы видели в глазах футболистов? Были у вас какие-то разговоры? Спрашивали ли вы у каждого персонально, готов ты или нет? И вопрос Харри Кейну. На пресс-конференции сборной Швеции Гранквисту задали вопрос, а кто лучший пенальтист, Андреас Гранквист или Харри Кейн? Он сказал, что мы оба в порядке, но Харри Кейн, конечно, получше. Как вы считаете?
Sorry, what player?
Grandquist, the captain.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't hear. Yeah, look, he's took some fantastic penalties as well. So, yeah, I'm not sure who's better, but hopefully, if I get one tomorrow, I'll be able to do the same as what I have been. You know, I'm confident in what I do, and I have a routine that I go through. So, yeah, just got to keep it going.
And the selection of the takers, we work in training, and we know who our preferred takers are, and then at the end of the game we just needed to check who was fit and who was okay. So we keep updating the list depending on who's on the pitch and which substitutes come on. It's very simple, really.
Два вопроса на русском, один Харри, другой Гаррету. Первый Харри. Как бы вы назвали человека, который перед турниром сказал бы вам, что в полуфинале могут сыграть сборные России и Англии? Сумасшедшим, психом, мечтателем, болельщиком Арсенала. Вопрос Гаррету Саутгейту. У известной российской рок-певицы Земфиры есть песня, где она поет «Мне приснилось небо Лондона». Если завтра Англия выиграет, вам будет сниться небо Самары, города, в котором вы одержите самую важную победу в своей жизни?
Yeah, my question, I'm not sure what you'd call someone. Obviously, I don't think a lot of people expected the teams that are in the quarterfinal now to be here, to be honest. So, yeah, and the semi-final the same, whoever gets there. So, yeah, I'm not sure. It's hard to put a name on it. But yeah, of course, a lot of fans have dreams and players have dreams. So, yeah, they could be a dreamer.
It's difficult for me to say too much about Samara because we've only been here for an hour. But every city that we've visited in Russia, we've had a fantastic welcome. We've been very happy in our base in Rapino, near St. Petersburg. Every venue we've been to, the organisation has been brilliant. And we know that already the stadium looks fantastic. So we're looking forward to the match.
Let's have one question each because we have very lot of hands up in the air. Yes? Question here?
Thanks. Gareth, is that on? Yes. Gareth, you said you were uncomfortable with the love-in towards you, but it doesn't show any signs of stopping. Can I just ask what you feel about the Gareth Southgate would hashtag that was on Twitter, and also about the Atomic Kitten song that England fans are now singing about you with slightly questionable lyrics?
Well, not as questionable as most of the lyrics of songs that have been sung about me in the past, frankly. So no problem with that. Long may that continue. Yeah, the rest of it, look, I said yesterday it's dangerous territory because in life I've been in football for 30 odd years. You're never as good as people say in times when things are going well, and you're never as poor as people say when things are going badly. So I'm very balanced about that. I'm just focused on preparing the team as well as I can for what's a really exciting challenge for us. And if we can continue to excite everybody at home and make them proud as the players have up to now, then that's a really rewarding thing for us all. Do I like the song? They wouldn't be my first choice band, but you know, look, it's nice to be recognised by the supporters. So that's been a really nice thing to have. Yeah.
Hi, Harry. Henry, Winter Times. Question in English. Pretty wild scenes back home for every match. How much of that is an inspiration for the players?
Yeah, it's massive. Obviously, after the games, we all see the videos going around on social media and everything. And I said after the Tunisia game, I was one of them fans not too long ago, getting drinks thrown over him and jumping about, going wild. So it's what we want. We set out to make the country proud, and we feel like we've done that so far. So yeah, we want to keep seeing them videos. Hopefully we can do the same tomorrow and we'll see a few more, and that's what it's about. It's about bringing the whole country together, and to see them enjoying it like they are is fantastic for us.
Don't forget to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Juan Irigoyen from El País in Spain. But for both of you, do you think that we are changing the leadership in the top world players? We have Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo out, and we have Kane and Mbappe as the next, top players in the world.
Yeah, personally, I think that the world always changes and teams go through evolutions. And the teams that have been dominant for a long time, maybe their team has an era of players that's very strong. It's very unusual for a team to constantly be at the top. So then the younger players come through and new teams emerge. And I think we're seeing a bit of that in this tournament. So definitely there are some really exciting young players right across the world who are announcing themselves. And to do that, you have to do it on the world stage. And that's what's so fantastic for Harry, to score goals on the world stage is another level and another level of achievement. So we're delighted for him that he's individually doing well, and of course that's helping us enormously as a team.
Yeah, I think the thing with Ronaldo and Messi, you can never write them off either. Okay, they've not had the tournament they probably set out that they wanted to have, but they're still two of the best players in the world. And for us, for me, for I'm sure the other young players coming through, they're still inspiration. They set a target, they set a bar that we have to go and try and reach. So, like I said, I'm very pleased with how it's gone so far. But yeah, I want to keep pushing. I want to keep getting better, and that's down to kind of what they achieved in their career.
Hi, Tina, DR, Denmark. Harry, that's for you. Can you try to put on a few words on your coach, Southgate? How is he?
He's good. He's, I want to play tomorrow, so I better be careful. No, he's been fantastic ever since he's come in. Obviously, I knew him well from the under-21s. Yeah, and we've always had a good relationship. We've always got on well. And yeah, it's been no different. The camp's been great. Been easy going, but we've worked hard at the same time. Obviously, he's had experience in these tournaments. He knows what it's like, so that's been massive as well. Just time around the hotel, time with the families and things like that. It's been really, really good. So yeah, further praise. Hopefully, we can have this relationship for a long time in the future, and we can keep getting better and better.
Fråga på svenska här, Anel Avdic, Expressen. Det har pratats mycket om att Marcus Berg är den spelare i det svenska laget som har dragit på sig flest frisparkar och spelar på gränsen när han möter sina motståndare. Hur går era tankar kring det, och hur kommer ni att approacha honom imorgon?
Yeah, for me, look, any player has their own way of playing. I always try and concentrate on myself. The game the other night was a prime example of that. You're going to get fouled. There's going to be aggressive play sometimes, but it's about how you deal with that and cope with that. So I think the most important thing for me and the team is just to focus on ourselves. The refs there and VAR's there to do anything if anything crosses the line. But other than that, all we can do is control ourselves, control our emotions, and I feel that's when we're at our best, when we've got a cool head.
Harry, Matt Lawson, Daily Mail. In the last couple of days, there's been quite a lot made about the fact that the Sweden players, a lot of them represent, let's say, less powerful clubs than the clubs that most of you guys play for. And indeed, I think there was a story yesterday that said that you were worth alone more than their entire team put together. Does that create a kind of extra pressure for you guys, or can it actually be a source of confidence that on paper you guys should be better than them?
I think it's shown over this tournament and over the years that don't really mean nothing. All that matters is that you work hard, you have belief as a team, you stick together, and they're the most important things. Yeah, there's going to be, people will say we have better individuals, and obviously we play for bigger clubs, but in this tournament football, that doesn't matter. It depends how you play as a team, and I felt we've done that really, really good so far. We haven't got involved in too much stuff outside of the game. We focus on each game as it comes, and that's what we'll do tomorrow. Sweden, like we said earlier, have been fantastic. There's no reason why we should treat them any different than any other side we faced so far.
Harry, there are many theories and omens of why this could be the year that England win the World Cup. One is unrelated to two people here. It's the year that Spain won the World Cup, Pep Guardiola won a title. The year that Germany won a World Cup, Pep Guardiola won a title. Your modest manager has been paying tribute to him and to Pochettino, but the truth is, as you know, that he and Dan Ashworth at the English FA have been putting in a system that they replicated from Spain in 2008 and Ibar. How long have you been coached to play with that continental system? How long in your youth career at under-21s have you been bringing this through? It's not about Guardiola, is it, or Pochettino? It's been in your DNA coming up through the youth.
Yeah, I think it's something, I've been playing with for quite a while now. Obviously, when them teams were kind of dominating world football, everyone was in awe of how they was playing. And as a football fan, as someone who watched football myself personally, it was, you just picked up things watching them. But yeah, we don't want to copy the way teams play. We have our own identity, our own system that we've kind of been working towards. So yeah, of course, we'd be silly not to take things over the years from some of the best teams in the world. But I feel we're at a point now with the team we've got a real strong identity and a real way we want to play. And yeah, I think that's why we're doing so well so far, because we're clear. And yeah, and a lot of us have kind of been brought up playing that way. So yeah, we just got to make it last, make it continue. We said we've got a young squad, and hopefully we can just build on this over the years.
Gareth, can I just check you've got a fully fit squad going into tomorrow? Oh, sorry, Sammy Mockborough from the Daily Mail. Can I just check you've got a fully fit squad for tomorrow? Can I also ask a specific question about Dele Alli? A lot of hopes pinned on him going into the tournament. Obviously, he missed 2 games. Do you think he did, or do you feel that he did enough in the previous game and the first game for him to perhaps keep his place?
Well, in terms of fitness, we just need to check with Vardy again in the morning. He completed what we hoped he would today, but slightly separate to the team. So we'll just check whether there's any reaction to that. Everybody else trained. In terms of Dele, I thought his performance against Tunisia was as good as he's had since I've been England manager. He's at his best when he's making those forward runs and really threatening the opponents with those forward runs from midfield. I think the other night, the game was a little bit different. He did a really diligent job without the ball for us. And I think maybe we need to encourage him a little bit more to get into those areas where, I think his strengths lie and where he can have the biggest impact on the game. So That's something we've got to think about tactically. But as I say, he did a fantastic job for the team, and sometimes in those matches where you're playing against top opposition, it's a balance of doing both. We had good control possession, but we do want to create more clear chances, and I think we can create more clear-cut chances. That will be tough tomorrow because I think we'll have more possession, but Sweden have proved that they've got results with 30% possession, and possession doesn't mean that you win games. So it's about creating good chances and being able to break down a defence that will be packed. And Delhi's a player that gives us a different option in doing that.
We'll do 2 more questions, okay? One will be over here, and the other one is still open.
Paul Joyce, The Times, to Harry. When you look around the dressing room, can you describe the feeling that you have when you see your fellow teammates? Is it a team that you trust, a team that's going to give everything for the remainder of the competition? Can you talk a little bit about how you feel when you look around the dressing room?
Yeah, just like family, really. We spent a lot of time together. We all get on very well. I spoke about that before the tournament, about the togetherness and the trust and that. But always wanted to prove it on the pitch and show on the pitch that we could do that, and we've done that so far, and that's just made us even stronger. After that game the other night, just the joy in everyone's face, and we'd worked so hard, and to come through that, and it makes us even more proud of each other. So I know I look at them like my brothers, and I know they would look at me the same, and we'd do anything for each other, and that's what we've got to do for the rest of the tournament. Yeah, definitely. When you go through a battle like that and you come through winners, it gives you so much energy, so much belief to go and do it again. The feeling after is amazing. So yeah, we're hungry for more. We want that feeling. If it goes to extra time and penalties, then we'll be ready for that. If we can win in 90 minutes, then great. But we're ready to do whatever it takes.
And the last question here.
Hi, Rory from the Press Association. Gareth, you've yet to keep a clean sheet in the tournament. That was something that you did very well in qualifying, and obviously you shifted the system a bit. Do you feel like you will need to do that to get through these latter stages? And do you feel like the guys at the back are close to that sort of perfect defensive show?
Well, I think it just shows we still have room for improvement. We've made progress. The style of our play has improved enormously over the last 12 months, and we feel that we're controlling games with the ball. But as I said earlier, we can create more chances, and we can defend better. And we've got to continually look to improve. We're an emerging side, evolving side, long way from perfect. So tomorrow's another great test for us on a fantastic stage. And we've got to focus on those things, exactly as you say, our concentration levels, the way that Sweden play, you've got to be concentrating all the time. So, yeah, we are disappointed not to have kept clean sheets, and the value of those in a tournament is clear, especially as you get towards the latter stages.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.